Hello again, Tomica Limited Vintage fans. So today we're going to take a closer look at LV-174, the Prince Gloria Super 6 in this nice blue color. So the Gloria is designated as a large luxury car from 1959 to 1971. The nameplate ran by the Prince Motor Company. Did merge with Nissan later on, and Nissan carried on the nameplate as well. What we're looking at here is the second generation, which was sold between 1962 and 1967. Had either a 4-cylinder engine, but the Super 6 has the new G7 engine of the day. It's a 2-liter, and it's the same engine that pretty much started the legend of the Skylines. You know, so they put one into one of the Skylines, and it went racing, and it won a lot. So, anyways, it's a bit of history there. And if you'll notice here on the webpage, the Nissan webpage, I'm just reading the stats, makes a little over 100 horsepower, it's a little 4-speed, and the drum brakes and tiny 13-inch rims. So I do also want to mention here that it has a lot of styling, I guess, that's similar to a lot of American cars. Some people are saying it's similar to the 1959 Buick LeSabre, Invicta, and Electra. And the reasoning is you got this chrome ridge running around the entire belt line, and also a little bit of an overhang over the rear window, and that front and rear window glass are wraparound styles. And I guess those are kind of things that are common in American cars of the late 50s and early 60s as well. So I'm kind of curious, what do you guys think? Does this look like a Japanese car to you? To me, it looks like it's either European or American. But, you know, everyone kind of copies everyone else nowadays. Anyways, when it comes to car styling, there aren't many totally new vehicles. It's not common, at least. I don't think so. But anyways, that's neither here or there. Let's get into this casting here. I do want to say there's a caveat here. I went to a local store and I picked this out of 3 models. One model had a small scratch in the roof, but the other 2 were good. And this is one of those good ones, so I shouldn't be too harsh on this brand because I know the paint's already in good shape. So let's take a closer look here. Okay. I always like to start with the side view just because it's easier to hold. Here are those little 13-inch rims, and they look pretty accurate to the car itself in the photograph. It's nice to see these white wall tires. Pretty cool. We got a whole lot of silver paint, you know, representing the chrome here. Let me get some better light here. Okay, so it's running down the side. Here's that ridge, you know, that's common in a lot of cars of the era. And the door handles are built into that ridge, which is kind of a cool design detail, I think. There's a little silver here for the key lock, the lock mechanism. And what is this? I thought it was a reflector, but I think there's a P there. Yeah, what do you know? That must be the Prince logo of the day. Look at this blue paint. I think it's the same blue paint as an earlier video I did of the Bluebird van. It's really nice. I like it. I'm a big fan of this paint. Okay. Back here we have some printing as well. What does that say? Sorry, it's having a hard time focusing there. It won't do it. Guess that's as good as it's gonna get. It's too close to the lens. I think that says Prince Super 6 or Gloria Super 6. I'm not sure what that first word is. It's such a crazy script. But it's nice to see that there's 2 tones going on with the 6. I think that's like gold, or I imagine that's gold paint. And then we have these separate plastic bumpers. They're chromed out really nice. And it looks like there's a little bump, you know, that shows the little yeah, the little rivets that are used to hold the bumper on, so that's pretty cool. Alright, a little silver going around the windows and also on the plastic molding itself, so that's represented well. And also the silver running around the back above the rear windows, really well done. In the front as well. The wiper blades are kind of lame though. They're just flat, you know, they're not molded in, they're just printed on. It's interesting that they're opposing wipers. Alright, so they go this way and that way. So you'd have a big dirty V here, I think, on the real car. Okay, anyways, the top hood here. Got some nice ridges here. I don't know what these are. Maybe they're vents in the hood? I'm not sure. Would have been nice if there's black paint though, if those are vents. No idea. This is nice though, this center ridge here, you know, it's painted silver. It's supposed to be chrome on the real car. Okay. Yeah, this paint is really nice. I mean, how it wraps around the sides, going to the front, into this ridge. And I'm sure it'll carry into the back as well. Okay, so the front grills look, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's chrome. You got the big plastic headlights. Unfortunately, the auxiliary lights and the turn signals are just painted white. Yeah, it's too bad. I kind of feel for this price point, it would have been nice to have plastic lenses. I have a CM's model. It's a rally car of a Citroen, and it has 8 pieces of plastic in the front end of it. And that model cost, I'm sure, a lot less than this thing when it was new. Okay, so anyways, what is nice is this black paint here and these rectangles, so that's pretty cool. And I gotta say, yeah, these little auxiliary lights are pretty cool. You know, it's really thin stock from the front view at least. It is thick there, but it has to be, otherwise it'll just snap off easily. There's a blank license plate there. Okay, so let's see if we follow this chrome. It goes all the way around the back end of the car as well, and it's well done here. So on the trunk here we have a Gloria, or what's going on? Oh man. You know what? I think that says Prince. It's not a Gloria. So, okay. Interesting font, that P. Okay, so we got the plastic tail lights, and they got some nice printing on them, so that looks pretty good. Now, what is this? Maybe that says Gloria. I don't know what that says. Special? Super? What do you guys think that text is? I don't know what that is. It almost looks like Pission? I have no idea what that text is supposed to be. Okay, yeah, nice chrome rear bumper as well, separate plastic piece. This tiny little exhaust tip above my finger. I guess it was probably raw steel back in the day, so it makes sense that it's black. Okay, so let's see the bottom here. Typical stuff. I think it's a metal base. It's a really heavy car. Riveted together. And then LV-174 2018. Yeah, 2018 was when this thing was cast. The tires are just smooth on the bottom, which is fine by me. And it's got really small blocks here on the side, which I think is good. A lot of models, it seems like they have these really big treads, and so from the side they look like off-road tires. But this is good. I'd rather have slicks than big tread blocks, you know, on a road car like this. So I think TLV got it right there. Okay, so anyways, I guess we gotta look into the interior now. And it's nice to see that there's blue here in the back, some sort of gray for the seats, and then the dashboard is black. And the steering wheel, is that gray or what? I think it's white. I'm gonna get a flashlight out here. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's the same color as the seats or not. Let me change the brightness of this thing. It's 1 lumen. I still can't tell. I don't know if that steering wheel is a different color, but I know it's a different color from the dashboard, so that's pretty cool. And then we got all sorts of ribbing on the seats, the bench seats. They look pretty nice. I'm trying to see if there's anything on the instruments or something. If there's like, no paint, I don't think. No, I don't see anything. But still, I mean, you got at least 3 colors on that interior, so that's pretty good. That's nice. You know, it's better than just plain black that you see on pretty much all Kyoshos. So that's pretty great. All right, so yeah, again, I love this blue color. I love it on my Datsun van, and I love it on this thing. This is the first Gloria to enter my collection. I don't even know if TLV makes other Glorias. I assume they do because, you know, they'd probably be Nissan Glorias instead of Prince Glorias. But I'm pretty happy I got this thing. Let's pan back out here. Here's the image from the Nissan Global website. Let's just compare it here. Alright. Yeah, I mean, call me crazy, but I think that model looks like that photo is pretty good. The only glaring omission is the mirrors there on the fenders, but they're pretty small mirrors. It's hard to say. I mean, I've seen some small mirrors by Inno and Kyosho, so I know it can be done. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Should they skip them or add them for this price point? Okay, so I'm gonna spin around here to this photo here. At the second Japan Grand Prix, this car won the T-VI class race, or the T6 race class. I don't know really what that means, Group 6 for Japan, but again, this new engine that they put into this thing, it was put into the Skyline, and the Skyline is really successful, and we know how good those cars are today. I assume because this is a four-door luxury sedan, it was really heavy, and so maybe it wasn't as successful of a race car. But obviously, at least it won this race here in this blue photograph, so pretty cool. Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty happy I got this model, with the one caveat that I had to pick it from a store. It's really fantastic. There's a lot of details going on. All this silver paint going all over the body of this thing, and it's all well lined up. Everything's, you know, everything's hitting the mark, so I'm quite happy. It's questionable whether it should have those mirrors on the fenders, and it would be nice to see some plastic inserts on all the lights, because I've seen it on other brands, you know, CMs again. CMs will put 8 pieces of plastic into the front end of one of their rally cars, so it's pretty crazy actually. Anyways, I'm going to leave you with a line from Laura Branigan, a singer from, I think it was the 80s. Are the voices in your head calling Gloria? I am not a singer. Alright.